Tell me what you think about this interaction.
All right. Yeah. No. Come on. Hello. How are you?
We're just in the same class as 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Washington Bay.
So I'm supposed to remember you because
you, Naeem.
Okay. Can I tell y'all that this man just said, "Do you remember me?" I said, make it make sense to me. He said we were in the same class in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Pasadena, Jamar, me, you, Naeem, and Sharice.
That part.
He's being serious, though. Are you being serious? I do not. I'm sorry. No, I don't remember the 6th, the 7th, or the 8th grade.
Well, we were in the same class.
Okay.
Me, you, and
well,
Naeem.
it's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yo. Hello.
Earlier this week, I broke the all-time record for the largest bottle signing in Georgia history. The bottle was by far our highest price point ever in a year when the spirits market is trading down. Every location we released it at, including DC and Maryland, sold out within an hour. That should have been the story. Instead, the headline became 60 seconds at the start of the night. Before I say anything else, I want to be clear. That moment is mine. I own it. I apologized immediately, and there are parts of it I would handle differently today. Accountability doesn't require perfection, it requires ownership, and I've taken it. So now let me walk you through that moment. As I stepped out of the car, I was stopped several times for photos. After 4 or 5, I let people know, I gotta get inside. There are hundreds waiting for me. When I turned, a man I didn't know was standing directly in my path, inches from my face, no smile, no greeting, just a blank stare. He asked if I knew him from school more than 35 years ago. He mentioned a middle school and 2 other people. I went to 3 different schools between the 6th and the 9th grade and graduated from a different one entirely. So I was startled. So was everyone around me. Security was close, but I've always asked them to stand back unless I believe I'm in danger. I like to speak to everyone, hug everyone, make people feel seen. So instead of calling security, I tried to move us out of that moment I couldn't fully read, and I did that with a joke. In hindsight, I would have handled that moment completely differently. The joke wasn't meant to embarrass him, it was meant to diffuse uncertainty. I apologized publicly and immediately and asked for his contact information so I could apologize directly. Friends who were with him said he wasn't embarrassed and actually laughed afterward. The video was first posted by a woman who was in close proximity to the exchange with a positive message about how I handled it, how I stayed more than 4 hours, signing every bottle, taking every picture, spending time with every person who came. Then verified accounts commented. Then online blogs picked it up. And that's when the switch flipped. Within minutes, my comments were flooded, thousands of them, not disagreement, coordination. I was on a plane when I saw one comment that read, "You better get off these comments, turn them off because we're coming for you." I stayed up all Friday night, not so much as a nap. By the time I arrived at Chats in DC for that bottle signing, I'd been awake for 34 hours. One of the reasons they call me the People CEO is because I respond to every DM and every comment. I always have. So I started clicking profiles. There were numerous accounts calling for me to be canceled or boycotted. The majority had no posts or only a handful, none of them personal. Most were private. Almost all were following more people than followed them. They didn't look organic to me. It looked coordinated. And to be clear, I know some real people disagreed with me. That's fair. Thousands of real people also commented, sharing years of positive interactions with me. But you didn't see those comments, not because they weren't there, but because they resolved the tension. The resolution doesn't trend. Over the last 24 hours, I've had people reaching out with encouragement and support, and I appreciate it. But y'all, I've been good. Not because I didn't feel the weight of the moment, but because I understand something that's easy to miss online. What I'm about to explain doesn't erase my mistake. It explains what happened after and why I'm sharing it now. This is Nightcap with Fawn Weaver, where I strip away the drama and the politics, add truth, history, and a little bit of hope served straight up, no chaser. When people hear the word bots, they think of a few fake accounts. That's outdated. On Instagram and Facebook alone, estimates suggest up to 500 million accounts are automated or fake. These networks often target high-profile African-American public figures because racialized outrage travels faster, provokes stronger emotion, and fractures audiences more efficiently. That's algorithm gold. Many of these networks aren't even based in the United States. They're run overseas where it's cheap to operate and easy to regenerate accounts. That's why the profiles look empty, why the bios don't track, why the math never makes sense. Bots don't understand reality. They scrape language, they mimic tone, they miss context. These accounts can like, comment, repost, DM, and trigger algorithms the same way humans do. So when something moves fast, it's not always people reacting. It's systems responding to momentum. Bots didn't create the moment, they amplified it. A bot can't cancel you, but it can make one mistake or one unfortunate moment feel like the entirety of your life. So next time you see a takedown, click the profiles. If they're bots, post one positive comment and move on. Don't argue with the machine. They respond negatively for one reason only: engagement. As for me, if the young man responds, I'll directly contact with him and follow his lead on what it takes to make it right. And as for you, don't let machines take down people you know don't deserve it. Support them more in these moments, not with comments, but with action, their businesses, their brands, their music, their movies, or in this case, clear the shelves. Whatever tells the world, humans still run this joint. Machines, you can take a seat. I love y'all. I appreciate you. Every person who came out and said, we know Fawn Weaver, the tens of thousands who I've had interactions with over the last 8 years. I am so grateful that you stood up. And to the young man, once again, if you were embarrassed in any way, shape, or form, I apologize. God bless you. Cheers.
So that was Fawn Weaver, CEO of Uncle Nearest Whiskey. Once again, for those of y'all who may not be familiar, Nearest Green was a slave who invented the recipe for whiskey that is used by Jack Daniels. And his descendants used his recipe and put out their own liquor brand. It became the first major female black-owned liquor brand in the country. So salutes to her and all the dope stuff that she did. Salutes to her for having the biggest bottle signing in Georgia. Very dope right there. And as I posted up before, she had an interaction with somebody that she went to school with. It was a very awkward interaction, at least I believe so from her perspective, because as she just explained in the video, after her saying hello to so many people and having to work her way inside of the liquor store to do the actual signing, this guy just appeared in front of her and said, do you remember me? And just like I suspected, she went to several different schools between 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So that's why she said, make it make sense, right? Like, how was you in the same grade with me? And I went to several different schools and graduated from a whole nother school. So once again, people just run with the narrative of somebody's being weird or disrespectful, and you don't even know that this person, like, if she had said right there in person, like, I went to 3 different middle schools, how does that make sense? But she said, make it make sense. She didn't have time to explain. She had a bottle signing to get to. So I'm gonna be completely honest. There's 2 things that I take away from this. I was definitely in defense of her just because being a celebrity, meeting tens of thousands of people over the course of some years in a very short time, like, it's a lot. It becomes very overwhelming. You run across a lot of people that tell you that they've met you before, swear up and down that they met you before. Some of these people haven't even met you before. They think you somebody else. And that's kind of like a mind freak. I ain't gonna say the F word. I'm gonna try to keep this clean, and it's low-key disrespectful also to an extent. But my issue with this video that she released, and she actually went live to address this, it sounded very rehearsed in PR. I don't like that. I wish that she didn't actually do it. She said she apologized to the guy. She reached out. She got his information to, like, send a formal apology. That was good enough. She made a video because everything was going so viral. You got people posting up about her saying, I'll never support her liquor brand. And you didn't even know, they didn't even know who she was until that video. They probably don't even drink. And if they do, they probably never even had Uncle Nearest whiskey before. So to say that you're going to boycott this black woman because of a 30-second clip of an interaction that she had where she felt awkward and responded in such a way, that you're going to boycott something that you wasn't even supporting in the first place, is just foolish to me. But that's the internet era that we live in nowadays. This response that she wrote sounded very rehearsed, very PC, very PR, clean it up, sweep it up. She sounded like she was telling the news at first. That's what threw me off. I'm like, is this, what news station am I listening to? Is she about to tell me the weather, or is she about to explain what happened? You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing that really threw me off about it. Towards the end, she kind of talked a little bit more natural, and I could tell that she was reading something that had been written. I didn't think it really warranted that much of an explanation, because this is the internet. Once people have made up their minds, they made up their minds. And, you know, the thing about it is they're not going to be mad about it next week. They're going to move on to something else to be mad about. And I'm going to make content about whatever they mad about, because that's what I do. I'm a content creator. You know what I'm saying? They think I only make rap skits. The first videos I was making was reacting to stuff and talking about things. So this is not like a new lane to me. The other issue that I have with that response that she gave is she touched on bots in these comments. And while bots are a real thing, people's emotions and all of that, I wouldn't focus so much on putting the onus on these bots, because a lot of the people that I saw arguing about it are actually real people that I actually know to be real people, at least from my perspective on my timeline. Yeah, I think that there is a lot of bots, but I don't even think that's enough of a percentage of the comments to even warrant her even mentioning that, because it kind of sounds like the way it was explained. You're saying, oh, well, people aren't really mad. Yeah, some people are mad, but a lot of people are bots. And that's really who's upset, is the bots telling people and evoking these emotions. And it's like, nah, it's people that's actually upset, you know what I'm saying, or fake upset about it. So I probably would have left that out. I probably wouldn't have read from a pre-written statement. I definitely wouldn't have used that News Channel 4 voice. She sounded like she's auditioning to be an Anchorman 5, but I probably just would have been real natural. Because when she was out there at the liquor store in front of everybody, she sounded natural. She sounded like she was happy to see everybody and, hey, y'all, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So that's just really my only pushback as far as that. All that to say, yeah, I honestly wish that she didn't even make that video. Don't explain yourself. Keep moving. People going to still keep supporting your liquor. They're going to keep buying it. And they're not even going to be mad about this next week. You could wait like a month and then you do something that people like, and then they'll be on your side again. Some people will be like, oh, nah, I'm not supporting her because she was rude to that one customer. And you do something that is so good that you could be rude to 10 customers and punch 2 babies in the face, and they still will support you. That's just how the internet is. So Fawn Weaver, if you see this video, hit your boy up. I can help you out with this whole internet social media thing, because I got millions of followers. I've been dealing with this for 10 years. I got your back. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments section.
You got a business, you got a brand, you got music, nobody knows you exist and you need exposure. DM me or email me right now, bookingcranklucas@gmail.com, to get the exposure that you need, and I will share your content on my platform. I got 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I got 450,000 followers on Instagram. I have the audience that you need to get your content in front of. And right now, I'm running the holiday special, so you can get all this exposure for the low. Hit me up right now. I got you.